let's get you all the latest on the Maharashtra crisis. We've been, getting you all the twists and turns the case has been taking. And now the latest is that the Supreme Court is going to be hearing the plea today by the MVA government against the floor test that has been called by the Maharashtra governor. The Shiv Sena hitting out at this and calling it illegal. This move to call for a floor test at a time when the disqualification issue of the MLAs is still pending. That too has gone to the Supreme Court, and a special assembly has been called by the governor tomorrow. But right now we're waiting, we're counting down to that 5 p.m. hearing on this matter. Abhishek Manu Singhvi had urgently argued in the Supreme Court today before the bench, asking for an urgent plea on this matter. Now remember, on Monday the Supreme Court had heard the plea from the Shinde camp against the disqualification notices that had been issued to the MLAs there. 16 MLAs had been served disqualification notices on Saturday, and they were meant to reply in 48 hours. The Supreme Court then going into the matter, also looking at the fact that independent MLAs had put a no confidence motion, had tried to move a no confidence motion against the Deputy Speaker. The Supreme Court then deciding to give more time to the rebel MLAs to respond. So they were given till the 12th of July to respond. The Thackeray camp at the time had asked that there should be a stay on any floor test to be conducted in that interim period. However, at that time, since there was no question of any kind of floor test, the Supreme Court said they could not act on that, but their doors were always open. So today, this morning, the governor issuing those letters asking for a special assembly and a floor test. The MVA government then approaching the Supreme Court, and a hearing to take place at 5 p.m. today. Well, let's just listen into what Sanjay Raut had said, his first reaction to the governor calling that special assembly.
लेकिन अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटीज है। 16 एमएलए जो हमारे हैं उनका डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन का इशू सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पेंडिंग है और 11 तारीख तक उसके ऊपर कोई निर्णय नहीं होगा और उसके बीच कोई इस प्रकार की अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटीज होती है तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि आप वापस सुप्रीम कोर्ट आइए और हमारे सामने ये बात रखिए। ऐसे में अगर गवर्नर हाउस और भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक साथ मिलकर संविधान की धज्जियां उड़ा रहे हैं, असेंबली की धज्जियां उड़ा रहे हैं और गवर्नर हाउस से ही इस प्रकार की राजनीति चलती रहेगी तो देश के सर्वोच्च न्यायालय को उसमें इंटरफेयर करना पड़ेगा। हमारे लोग जाएंगे सुप्रीम कोर्ट और सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सामने खड़े होकर न्याय की गुहार लगाएंगे। आज भी हमारा सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऊपर विश्वास है। मैं इतना ही कहूँगा।
आणि 24 तासामध्ये उद्या सगळे आमदार आम्हाला हजर करायचे। मला समजत नाही की पुरेसा वेळ देणं ही सुद्धा गरज असते। माझा गडचिरोलीचा, भंडाऱ्याचा, गोंदियाचा आमदार इथे पोहोचेल कसा 24 तासात? त्याची काय व्यवस्था कसे? या सगळ्या गोष्टीचा विचार केलेला काही दिसत नाही। याशिवाय माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालयामध्ये सुद्धा हे विषय आहेत। त्या जर असं आदेश अचानक बोलवलं कोर्टेश तर आमच्याकडे या असं सुद्धा सर्वोच्च न्यायालय म्हटलेलं आहे। पण याच्यामध्ये अनेक बाबी आहेत, म्हणजे त्यांची चाललेली घाई किती पुरेशी नाही या व्यतिरिक्त माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालयामध्ये असलेलं पिटिशन त्यामध्ये त्यांनी दिलेले त्या व्यक्तीने दिलेले निर्देश ते सगळे विचारात घ्यावं लागतील।
Minister Bala Sahib Thorat, they're questioning how a trust vote can take place so soon, saying that even there are other MLAs who are in different parts of Maharashtra. How can they come so soon? These visuals that you're now seeing are from that hotel in Guwahati, the Radisson Blu Hotel that we've been hearing about these last couple of days. And there you can see a meeting taking place of all the rebel MLAs. Let's just try and listen into what's taking place. They are going to be shifting now to Goa, is what we've heard.
तुम्ही कॉल करणे मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी पत्र दिले तुम्हाला, मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी तुम्हाला पत्र दिलेलं आहे, मौलिक पत्र मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी लिहिलेलं आहे। अरे दूरी छोड़ा, थोड़ा इधर भी आइए ना सर, इधर आइए, इस तरफ आइए ना थोड़ा भी बाजू ना। मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी भावनिक पत्र लिहिलेलं आहे। भाई भाई मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी भावनिक पत्र लिहिलंय तुम्हाला। जर आपण बघितलं तर असं
Try and listen into what is taking place right now in that hotel before we go across to our reporters. Right now those MLAs are being addressed. These are the rebel MLAs inside the hotel in Guwahati.
एवढीच देवाच्या चरणी प्रार्थना करतो. अभी जाता है घर बनाने में, आदमी टूट जाता है घर बनाने में, तुम तरस खाते नहीं बस्ती जलाने में, कुछ लगता नहीं दुश्मनी बढ़ाने में, उम्र बीत जाती है दोस्ती निभाने में. दोस्तों रहने दो छोड़ो, दोस्तों रहने दो छोड़ो, दोस्तों निभाते क्यों हो, जवाब होकर तुम्हें भी डस्टिंग और आउट, सांप के बच्चे को दूध पिलाते क्यों हो. मैदान येईल आपण 39 आणि
All right, so some sort of interaction, pep talk being given to those rebel MLAs. Let's go across to Sukirti for the latest because that is where the story now hinges. Sukirti, today the hearing will take place at 5 p.m. Abhishek Manu Singhvi approaching the Supreme Court for that urgent hearing. Take us through what happened in court.
As soon as the judges assembled in court, Justice Surikant as well as Justice J.P. Pardiwala, as soon as that bench assembled, Senior Advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi started mentioning this particular issue of their plea that challenges this particular floor test. He said that the floor test is illegal. It is illegal because it cannot include people who are facing disqualification proceedings. He said that the floor test being done in this manner goes against the roots of democracy. The Supreme Court then started asking him about the documentation process, whether he had served any copies, because even the Supreme Court does not have the document details of this particular plea that has been filed, to which Mr. Singhvi sought time. He said that we will do that by 4 or 5 p.m. But today evening itself, this particular matter should be heard because there's an urgency in the matter. The Supreme Court then posed questions to Senior Advocate N.K. Kaul, who was appearing for the Shinde camp. Mr. Kaul opposed this particular challenge, to the floor test by saying that the disqualification proceedings is a separate matter. The floor test is a separate issue. These two things cannot be correlated. However, the Supreme Court did not relent to those arguments of the Shinde camp, and in a relief to the Shiv Sena camp, he said that there is an urgency in the matter. There is disqualification proceedings and their outcome may happen whenever. But as of this time, there is an urgency that has been created in this matter, which is why we would want to hear this matter today itself. And then Solicitor General Tushar Mehta also intervened by saying that he would be appearing for the governor of Maharashtra, which is Bhagat Singh Koshari. He would be appearing for him, so he also needs the details of the plea that has been filed. So important arguments there in court, with the MVA faction calling the floor test illegal because it cannot have members who are facing disqualification proceedings. The Shinde camp saying that these two matters of disqualification and floor test cannot be related. But in a big relief to the Shiv Sena camp, at least for now, the court has agreed to hear the matter today at 5 p.m. Mr. Singhvi, however, has been saying that Devdutt Kamath, who's also one of the lawyers who's representing their team, he is somewhere else and he needs some time to put those documents together. So there might be some delay. The court said that they would be willing to accommodate all of that delay, but in any circumstances, the matter will be heard today. So that is what all eyes are going to be on, with the top court set to hear this very crucial matter of Maharashtra's political crisis at 5 p.m. today.